What's going on, Queen City? It's your boy, Young Citizen, YUNG to be exact, and you are now tuned in to Culture Conversations with the homie Drew Muzan. Tune in, let's get it.
What's up, everybody? It's Drew Muzan, joining alongside Young Citizen. What's up, bro?
Good, man. What's poppin'? Thanks for having me, bro.
No problem, bro. It's the first episode of Culture Conversations. Doing something new. I usually do review interviews, what it was beforehand. I'm switching up the whole concept. I'm going to get more Charlotte involved, and what better than Charlotte artists. Got the NC flag shorts on right now anyway.
You already know what's good.
Man.
Shout out to Runaway. Listen, I know y'all are closed down, but I know y'all still got stock in that closet somewhere. And I will buy all of your stuff. Me and my DJ Sir Charles, homie Drew, we will buy all the stuff. We already got the cash. Just please. Yeah. I know y'all still got some more stock in the bag.
For the free. You got it. But yeah, so I'm glad to have you, bro. Give y'all a little background. So I met you, I'm gonna say 6 to 8 months ago, right? 6 to 8 months ago we met.
Church.
Yeah, Ray Church.
Yeah.
Shout out Reddy. But met 6 to 8 months ago. Heard your music, seen you perform a couple times. Dope. You know, I think the first time was at Petra's Bar.
When we did the Rhyme and Reason joint.
Yeah, Rhyme and Reason joint with Robert Juwan and NXT Mike. That was the first time I seen you perform. I was like, okay, dude, it's dope. And I went to listen to you, and then listen to Outkast, and it's dope. And then now, you know, fast forwarding to now, you got a new project coming out soon, and been able to go back and hear some of your old records, man. You really been doing the whole music thing, you know.
Thank you, man. Yes, thank you, man. Music's my life, man. It's always gonna be there. It's my therapy, you know, and I just really want, you know, I just take my time with it, and I just want to just embrace all of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, music's love. Yeah.
So who is Young Citizen? For all the people out there who don't know you on
Young Citizen is a citizen of the United States. Nah, but he's complex. He's different. He's unique. You know, he's really just himself. You know, and that's what I strive to do. I really strive to just be my own self and not be like everybody else out here. I'm not trying to fit in with nobody. I have my own lane that I'm just creating for myself. And I'm accepting that as a creative. So that's pretty much it.
So where did the name Citizen come from?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not, it's a very unique name, but I'm like, I know you probably got a little story with it.
Nah, it was really when I was 16, man. I started making music when I was like 15, and then my homies were like, yo, man, like, you need a name. And I was like, okay. So it really just like, bro, honestly, I was looking at a bank and it said Citizens Bank. And I was like, yo, what if I'm just like Young Citizen out here?
Should have said that, because now they gonna want some
bread.
They want some bread.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, what if I just call myself Young Citizen? Like, does that even like stick? And my homie was like, yeah. I was like, but let me take the O out and just have YUNG. That way I'm just young, you know? And so that's pretty much how it happened. And they just stuck with everybody. So people call me Young City, they call me City, they call me YC.
Okay.
And so there's different ways you can do it. But now I got shirts that say YC, and on the back it says YUNG to be exact. And the reason I did that was so people who write about me, or anybody who's doing any type of post, they pay attention to me, you know. And that's why it really stuck to me when I started discovering this artist named Anderson .Paak. So if you notice how his name is spelled, it's Anderson, but Paak is spelled P-A-A-K with a period at the end. And he was like, I did that because I want people to pay attention to how I spelled my name. Like, pay attention to detail. Don't just put Y-O-U-N-G, because a lot of people have done that and I had to correct them. I'm like, yo, that's not how I spelled my name. They're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. But I'm just like, just pay attention to detail. Yeah. You know, and that's pretty much what I did.
Part of the brand now too.
Part of my brand,
everything. We're gonna talk about the morning motivations, because if y'all know this man it has developed the skill to be able to do 100 words in 16 seconds on an Instagram story. and every single thing is like, you hear YUNG to be exact. I'm just like, okay, that's gonna stick to people. Yeah, definitely. So where did your journey with music start? I remember you telling me weeks ago that, you know, you started when you was like young, you producing beats, and you were producing before you were rapping.
Yeah, absolutely. So really started I mean, we could start when I was young, like really young. So you know, my dad introduced me to like Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind and Fire, Temptations, and things like that. And I would always watch this movie called The Five Heartbeats. Okay. You know, my mom always tells me, she's like, you used to watch that like every day, even before you went to school and stuff like that. I would always watch it. Yeah. So I have musicians like in my family, both my uncles. Okay. And so my dad's brother is a music teacher still.
Okay.
And my mom's brother is he's in the music industry. He's been doing music all his life. He worked for Universal Records, worked for MTV, and now he's back out in LA working for him and like the other guys have their own production company. They do movie soundtracks, like for major movies. And so it's definitely in the blood, it's definitely in the family. So both my uncles were huge influences in my life. And then I started making beats when I was 15 with this software called Fruity Loops.
You still on Fruity Loops?
No.
What?
I mean,
but that's a producer because that's a music question.
Nah. Like I don't use Fruity Loops anymore because every software is made for who is made for what makes you like. If you know the software, you stick with it.
Yeah.
I don't have time to try something new, so I did Fruity Loops for a while because that was like the only thing that was available.
Yeah.
Like that I knew of in my culture. You know what I'm saying? But there's just other softwares that have been in the game for a long time. But then, so when I was 15 up until about 18, I was using Fruity Loops, and then I got introduced to Logic.
Okay.
Because I got a Mac, and then I've been using Logic Pro for a long time. But yeah, I started making beats when I was 15. Pharrell Williams was a huge influence on me as well. NERD, Neptunes, because I just love how they strive to be different. So that's what I strive to be all the time when I make my music. And so started studying them, started making my own beats, and people were just like, yo, this sounds like ahead of its time, this sounds different. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I did that, ended up, now my dad at first when I started doing this, he was like, man, what are you doing? You wasting your time, bro.
Yeah.
When I got to college and saw that there was a major, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm about to do.
That's crazy.
When I got to college, I got into college playing football, so I got a scholarship doing that.
Okay.
And I only played 2 years.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I don't see myself going to the NFL. So did that, and then they transferred my scholarship to the music department. And so I got really invested into the music department, trying to shape the culture, trying to just change it all up because I wanted it to be like, I wanted this major to be great for me. And then my dad was like, okay, so you really doing this seriously? I was like, yeah, man. So my dad would come up, see a couple of shows that I was producing and things like that. And then that's when he started investing in me. So I started writing when I got to college.
Okay.
So I've been writing for like 8 years.
Okay. And that's been the story of it. So you kind of segued a little bit into my next question. You were talking about NERD and Pharrell was like a big influence on you. So that describes your style, or if you could describe your style.
It's very different, complex, ahead of its time. It's not like what you would usually hear.
Definitely not
on the radio.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not mainstream.
But it's hard though. It shows like musicianship. That's what I like to hear from a lot of artists.
And yes, I am very huge on musicianship. People really enjoy. They my dad always told me, he was like, man, you're really known for your strings. Like that's your like, how can I say it? That's your signature sound.
Yeah.
It's like, I love strings. I love stacking strings. I love bringing in different sounds and just making it all come together. You know what I'm saying? Like a big melting pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I strive for as far as making beats and really just with my music overall.
Yeah. Now, do you have like a favorite beat that you've made so far? Is it out or favorite song?
Actually, I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even want to say this. But my favorite beat is actually, it's not even out yet.
It's not even out
yet? It's
yet?
not even my song.
It's not even,
Yeah, but I ain't gonna say no more after that, because my DJ gonna get mad at me.
Okay. Alright, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge, I felt like Ryan Leslie was a huge influence on me as well.
Ryan Leslie. Man, I love Ryan Leslie.
You would think content. We're gonna think
a lot of content.
Yeah, so when y'all hear this one song that I can't talk about, y'all
it's
gonna
really
think, did Ryan Leslie make this? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. What's his? I know he does a lot of PM. That's his signature sound, right?
The drums. These drums is what's gonna hit in the bass line.
Okay.
It's the bass and the drums that's gonna hit.
We ain't gonna get you too much in trouble now, because he like, don't say
yeah, my DJ looking at me like, be quiet. No track.
Yeah. So talk about Outkast for me. And this is a song I heard. It was the first time I heard it. You performed it at Rhyme and Reason. At Church's Bar. First time I heard it, the hook was different. And I'm like, did he bite this off a TV show? Did he bite this off of YouTube? Did he have somebody come in and actually sing that hook? Like
that's the homie Moonlander.
And you came up with the words and everything, like, cause I'm like, that sounds like something like a 50s, 1950s cartoon type of vibe. That's that, and then one of the songs that you performed, I Wish, sound like that. Give me that vibe.
So Outkast, man, like as far as on the production level, like I made that beat back in like what 2017.
Okay,
it's old, and the way I made it, I wanted to make it so simple, but it was catchy. With that dun, 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 dun. Like it started out with that. It started out with that melody. That's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, how am I gonna do the drums to this cadence? And so I was like, okay, cool. I threw the drums in. I was like, okay, let me bring in Moonlander, because me and Moon have been friends for like 3 or 4 years, but we haven't worked together up until 2017.
Okay.
And so he came. Him and Rob Flo came through, and we sat down. I was like, all right, look, I got this concept. I don't have words yet, but I kind of have a vibe of what I wanted to go like. And so I played the beat. We wrote that song in less than like 2 hours. We wrote the hook in less than 30 minutes. He was like, and the way Moon works, he was like, it was my first time working with Moonlander.
Yeah.
He was like, man, just go and turn the mic on right now and give me my, my voice. Turn the mic on. He just started freestyling, and I was like, all right, let's put some words to that riff, to that cadence, and he just did it, and then we wrote that song in one night, just like that. I wrote the verse in one night. Rob Flo wrote his joint in like one night, like all in that one night. We just made something dope.
Because that hook is too perfect.
Yeah,
that's what I'm just like. Did it come from a show? Did it come from like?
Nah, we wrote all that. Off the top, man.
That's
off the top.
Bro. But with that, I wanted to just talk about the longevity of it, because that came out. If y'all don't know, that came out like over a year ago. Right?
Last year.
It came out last year, and he's still performing it. It's still riding. People are still like putting it on the Instagram stories, putting it on Instagram. Like it's still riding. And I just wanted to talk about like the impact of like, taking your time when it comes to music, because when you take your time when it comes to it, it lasts a long time. That song's been out for a minute and it's still riding. And you see that like within mainstream, some songs, like I know Cardi B for a little bit, like a year ago, like songs have been out.
Some songs only last couple months, 7 months, or maybe a year. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I strive for. Like, and I think that's where people get it confused. Like, I'm not with this microwave success. I'm not with this put just one hit out and then y'all don't hear nothing else like after that. Which really, you haven't heard nothing else from me.
Yeah. But why is that though? Because I'm like, it shows. You know what I'm saying? Your patience. But I'm just like, why is that? Maybe it's because you're older and you're wiser or whatever. It's just like
it really just comes with like patience, man. Like I finally learned patience like a year and a half ago. But I finally realized music is always gonna be here. Mm-hmm. Like I don't understand. Like a lot of people feel like this is it. I gotta do this one thing and then that's it. No, don't just put a project out and that's it. Like take your time with it. Make sure it's gonna last. Don't just put something out and then they don't hear. They don't. They get through with it after a couple months. Or like, what's next? People still listen to the Outkast. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of music I like to make. I like to make music that's gonna last, whether you hear from me or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just patience and just me really having the understanding of who I am as a creator and understanding that music is always gonna be here. So it's like everybody can eat.
Yeah. And I think that's important too, like when it comes to even with my creativity sometimes. That's something that I have to learn. I'm still learning because I'm still doing this. I've been doing this for like a couple of years. But patience is the key when it comes to creating content. Patience is the key when it comes to, building out. And then you're seeing the dividends because you're still performing. I'm like, you haven't put out a project. And you still get booked for shows. That's what I'm like. That's what it's like.
It's all about longevity and presentation. That's the key, and every opportunity that you do is an interview. So you always have to make sure to make the most of every opportunity you get so that you can get more. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that too. I think that's why I'm getting like show kind of like on a consistent level of shows at least once or twice a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's been great for me. I'm like, if I'm getting these shows, I can take my time really putting this new project I have out because I've been performing it at the shows. Yeah. So people who come to my shows get a treat. Yeah. Y'all can listen to this joint before it's even out on the stream. Yeah. And then y'all are like, dang, when's it gonna come out? Just keep coming to the shows.
But then just like with that, like you're performing, I'm like, it must show like something to your brand, like that you built this brand consistently to be able to, that you don't have any, but you're performing new music at the shows, but you don't have any out. And you're still getting booked, and it's just like, okay, what do we have to go off of? It just like it shows that you're really building your brand.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Like every show, I gain something from every show. Even if I don't get paid, I'm getting like, you gotta have the followers.
Yeah.
You gotta have fans and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is that at my shows, the only song that's out for people to get is Outkast.
That's what I'm saying.
All the other songs, like, it's not even out.
That's what I'm saying.
So people are really getting the treat, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So by the time my project does come out, they're like, oh yeah, I remember that song. Now I know it.
Yeah.
Then when I start doing the shows after the project's out, I can finally have that moment where they're singing my lyrics and I have the mic to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really trying to get people acclimated with the songs.
Yeah. So how did that play into choosing the EP over album? Why EP and not an album?
Because I actually have an album done. You know what I'm saying? I have an album done. I'm not ready to put that out yet because it's a story that I'm trying to tell and I'm just trying to set my fans up.
Okay.
But that album is called Millennial: The Un-American Dream. And pretty much what that's about is we were always taught as young kids, we go to school, go to college, get a job, die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get married, have some kids in your 20s. They don't know now. Years have changed. People out here that have kids are struggling.
Yeah.
Salaries, you gotta have a specific salary in order to be able to sustain and live.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like doing 9-to-5s anymore. They want to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that? And now it's like the baby boomers are like, no, go get a job. So that, it's because people are miserable at their jobs right now.
Yeah.
People are miserable making $100,000 a year right now.
Yeah.
They want to be
doing what they want.
They're not doing what they want to do. They're being told what to do.
Yeah.
And so that's what that means. So this whole that whole album is just about me not doing what people are telling me I need to do in order to be successful. You don't have to do that to be successful.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to low-key don't have to go to college.
Yeah, that's how I was gonna segue. So we're gonna segue into
you don't have to go to college.
I got my MBA. I have my undergrad.
Yeah.
I have a gang of debt.
See,
and I haven't got a full-time job in my field as of yet. I'm only 25. Graduated college 4 years ago.
See,
and I'm telling everybody, as soon as I'm like a couple weeks ago, I'm like, you know what, from now on, I mean, I knew this months ago, but I'm like, from now on, if you ask me about college, do you want me to, my schools want me to come back, I'm gonna tell you, hey, bro, don't go, or if at least do something like what I wish I would have, like I was telling you, went to music school or something like that, but even then, I'm
you
like,
can get a quick 2 years.
Yeah, 2
you know
years,
what I'm saying?
and just out.
That's it. Go to like a trade school or something. I don't know. But I mean, everybody's in debt, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's paying off debt. Sally Mae is making money right
now. And it's just crazy because it's just like, that the world, it's kind of like the world system kind of has like beguiled us into thinking that if we don't go to college, like I remember when I was 17, graduating, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be at Cookout, working at Cookout, all my friends are at colleges, living it up or whatever like that. You look like the outcast. Like I remember looking at people who didn't go to college, and I'm like, oh, bro, college, bro, ain't what you want to do.
See, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They have that thought in your head. They program that thought in your head.
Yeah.
That to where we're judging other people for not going to college, but they're just on the same level as us. Nobody is above. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, people are miserable right now. People are miserable going to work in a suit and just upset.
Yeah.
They just sad, depressed.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I don't want it either. I don't want that life.
Yeah, I don't want that. So that's what that project means. So right now, I'm letting that sit for right now. It's ready.
It's ready.
It's ready. It's ready.
So okay, so
change up.
So why not that then?
Because I want to give. So Fit is something that I kind of want to put out first, just to get people usually when an artist comes out, they'll put an EP out before an album. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. A quick 5 songs, some fun joints that I can perform and really get the crowd ready. But it still has a message behind it.
This is your first project? No, right?
This is my first solo. This is my first solo EP. Because I put out an EP with a group of people called Live Sessions. Yeah. But I've never put out a body of work of just me.
It's just been songs
with no features.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just me.
Okay.
But this will be my first solo EP.
Okay.
Which I'm very excited about. But I want to give people something fun, but something they can ride to and still catch a message off of it. Yeah. Because the title of the EP is called Fit, which stands for Feeling Tuned. So on the EP, on the artwork cover, it's a gang of people, and I'm looking back at the people because I'm like, so Fit stands for Feeling Tuned, but Fit also means am I trying to fit in or am I not? So I'm looking back like I don't need it. I just create my own lane. So that's what But feel in tune also means self-confidence, self-love. Like I love myself, I'm confident in myself.
Yeah.
I'm confident in myself, excuse me. And so that's pretty much like what all that means.
Yeah. Okay. So how important is feeling in tune with yourself as a creative? Because a lot of stuff we have out here right now is copycats. You know, when it comes to creatives, they're copying. Like I remember I was at that here and doing things, that podcasting with Dave does, and that guy Kyle was just talking about how a lot of people are copying people's art, and some people are getting credit for it. Yeah, getting credit for it. But yeah, it's like just copycat. Like you're not creating your own style.
Exactly.
You're just doing whatever it is that you see.
So. Exactly. So it really just boils down to believing in myself. Like I know I am not a mainstream artist. I know I'm not going to sound like a mainstream. And I'm cool with that. And that's why I keep saying music's always going to be there. You can make whatever you want. As long as you believe in yourself, everybody else is going to believe in it. Sure. They're going to be like, oh, what is that? Well, look, hold up. Let me sit down and just listen to it real quick. They're like, oh, snap, this song ride. Yeah. This song ride. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it means. Like that's pretty much when I'm feeling tuned as a creative, I can make my own art. And if I'm confident and I believe in it, the sky's the limit. I can do whatever I want. Yeah. I can make whatever I want, and I can make it my own. Yeah. And I don't need to copy anybody else. Yeah. So I'm just like, let me just do my own thing, and I'm cool with that. Whether people like it or not, I can still make my music. Somebody's gonna like it. Yeah. If I get one person to love it, that's a success for me.
So what's your goal? What's your end all be all goal? Since you know you're not you don't sound like a mainstream artist. Yeah. Is your eventual goal to just start from the ground up and do it? Because I know independent is the thing right now, so I'm like that's probably the wave.
Thanks.
But what do you see yourself down the line getting a distribution deal? It's not even my question. Do you see yourself down the line getting a distribution deal?
Yeah.
Or like what's the goal? Like
absolutely. So my goal, man, honestly, my one of my ultimate goals is I do want to win a Grammy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That can happen in more ways than one.
It can happen, man. I don't think people even know. As an artist, as in the position that I'm in right now, I can apply for the Grammys right now and put my EP on the Grammys on the Grammy Academy right now. Yeah. You don't have to be signed to sign up for the Grammys. You don't have to be signed to get to even get a Grammy. Yeah. You can sign up for a Grammy right now. You can sign up for a Grammy right now for the podcast you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You just go to the Grammy Academy and apply. That's all you're doing. Because the judges are going to judge it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to do a Grammy. I don't really care about the labels. It's really just grassroots for me. I just want to do my own thing. Okay. And as far as the music, I just want to impact people in a positive way. That's my ultimate goal. Yeah. And if I monetize off of it, that's great. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what I strive for. I want to have successful performances. Yeah. I would love to do some festivals. Okay. Have my own tour with a gang of artists that I love and I respect. And that's success to me, man. Yeah. And I would love to do that full time. Yeah. And so that's pretty much what I'm striving for.
So in any other concept or any other way, like is it just rapping? Like you just want to just get into just rapping, or
as far as my artistry, rap of course. And I also want to produce for others as well. Okay. I want to produce for people's projects, EPs, albums, singles, all that. Okay. Because producing is my first love anyway. Okay. So I also want to do that too.
So when it comes to producers, a quick producer's question: how many do you try to make a certain type of amount of beats per day? Like you don't do anything. Like you just.
I don't do any of that. What I like to do is I do like to make my own. Like I do like to create, production, whatever. And not knowing what it's for. Okay. But if I work with an artist, I'm not the type of producer to be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna send you like.
I remember you told me that, yeah.
And you just pick them. No, because what's gonna happen is, in my eyes, he's gonna send back. The artist's gonna be like, I don't like these. You send me something else, and I'm not going back and forth with an artist like that. I like to bring the artist in. We have the conversation. We talk about it. See where the vision is, and then we build from the scratch, from the ground up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And my DJ has seen me do that, and it's been a success ever since. Yeah. And so I might make some production and be like, you know what, this might sound good for so and so. So I'll send that. Okay. About yo, we should think of this, and they'll be like, it's cool. I'm like, I don't know if I want to ride with it. Yeah. I'll be like, okay, cool. So. And then I'll be like, so are you working on anything? You got a producer or whatever? Yeah. And then we just build like that. I like to build with the artists. Okay.
Now, do you have any crazy placements that we don't know about, that people may not know about?
Let's see, man. I got a couple of placements, but it was with like one mainstream artist. His name is Nico. So he's out in New Jersey, but he used to rap with Wiz Khalifa. He was on the Taylor Gang camp. Okay. And then he ended up doing his own. Neako.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I know. I've
He's
heard
from Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard of him. I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did this song for him. Actually, this was my first placement when I was a senior in college. The song's called "Whippin' Whippin'."
Okay.
And he did a video for it and everything. He did a song for it. Like I was hyped because I got the message like the next morning. His I remember when I made it.
Yeah.
And I just sent his manager just one beat. Next thing I know, like 3 months later, it was my birthday. The day after my birthday, I get a message like it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. Yo, Nico, use that beat you sent. It's gonna be on the EP releasing like today. I was like, what? So like I told everybody on campus thought like they were like, oh snap, you like? I'm like, no, I'm not. But you know what I'm saying? Let's celebrate because that was a huge placement for me.
Yeah.
And like everybody in his camp, all his fans loved it.
Yeah.
I was able to get some exposure off of that.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting 2 more placements with him.
Yeah.
Like down the line, like after I graduated.
Yeah. With the Fit EP, how many songs did you produce on there? And how important was it to produce all your songs?
Yeah, so it's a 5-song EP. I did 4 out of 5. And I actually brought in my cousin. His name is Sterl. He goes to school at Central. And I brought him in to kind of bring in a whole nother flavor. So I did all the melodies. And he dropped in some drums for me. And I kind of went on top of that and put some flavor on that. So we actually did it. We kind of did it together, man. But I brought him in because I was like, man, I just need a different flavor with this. You know, I got these samples that I chopped up and these melodies, and I need to see what you would bring to the table. So, and then my homie Sequence, aka Brandon Smith, he did the 5th joint, for me. So, it was a dope experience. I mean, we wrote that project in less than 2 months.
Okay.
Me and my DJ meet every single Thursday, so he would come in. I'd be like, all right, this is what I did here. He would, and my DJ is really. He's really about, critiquing things. He was like, why don't you try it this way? Why don't you do your flow this way? So I had like a little team come in and just make sure it all flowed right. So I think that's why, I've been letting a few people listen to it.
Yeah.
And I've been getting nothing but positive feedback. So I'm just like, okay, cool. When this comes out, people really gonna be riding to it.
Yeah, bro. I need that full length too because I'm like, one of the beginning to be one of my favorite rappers. I would continue to listen to the project. As I continue listening, I'm like, man, okay, I can really get down with your message and like with everything that you're doing. And your sound is dope. Like I can't wait till y'all hear this EP, man. The sound is dope. You're gonna love it. The thing with EPs is I'm like, so quick.
I want more.
I want more. That's like it's like a tease.
Yes. So I definitely got more coming after I put this out.
Yeah.
So it should be coming out pretty. I'm thinking in a month. It's ready.
Okay.
It'll be ready to go. I need some music visuals.
Yeah.
But see, as independent artists, you have to pay for your visuals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get the right people to come in.
Yeah.
I gotta pay for my own videos. Videos, and I don't have the machine to do that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about patience and just having understanding of the process. A lot of people just give up because they're like, I can't get no visuals out, so just forget it, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to have a whole experience. And then on top of that, I got merch. Merch that I'm trying to put out. And so you gotta pay for that too. You gotta pay for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah.
So that's really what I'm starting to understand about this process now that I'm really getting like real serious about this. I'm real serious about having my own business.
Yeah.
And just really serious about just having my own journey.
Yeah. So talk about you segue. We in the spirit.
Yeah.
So we in the spirit. Because I'm like so the journey of like the struggle could be journey or struggle, same thing, but not same thing. So journey of being an independent artist.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit too, because like you said, it's you gotta pay for all the stuff. Like I'm sitting here cutting cameras on because it's like you're a one man machine. So talk about that journey a little bit.
Yeah. It's definitely really being independent and doing your own thing and not having that machine behind you is really, you just have to build a team of people that believe in you.
Yeah.
And they are understanding that it's you. You know what I'm saying? And just really being like, it's just really having that team that's like, I'm gonna invest my time into this artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really boils down to, is having a team that's investing in you. Yeah. You gotta spend money on your own joints, on your own production, engineering, getting things mixed, mastered, make sure things are done the right way. Like, it is levels to this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do this, you gotta do this. Like, it's an entire process. visuals. Like you gotta have people that are behind you getting B-rolls, that's your shows, getting all those visuals for you. Then you gotta do music videos on top of that.
Yeah.
But everything you gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
And then you have to find the resources. And I think that's what a lot of people struggle with is finding a resource. Right. That's why a lot of people are giving up because they're like, man.
Especially because I'm like, I ain't even tell you this. I'm like, I used to rap. So like in college, I had the little $300 setup with the audio box and the Cubase and a little $100 microphone.
Yeah.
In the college dorm room, you know, and had to stop and start. I never had that. I didn't know how to fade. Didn't know how to just stop and start and just cut off. The music would just cut off. I had that whole like, you know, meager beginnings. But for me, the reason why I stopped was because I'm like, yo, it costs money to mix. I'm like, I'm a college student. I don't know how to mix, and I don't have the patience enough to try to teach myself how to mix. I'm like, I'm amazed sometimes. I hear some of these stories of these dudes like, oh, I taught myself how to mix. I taught myself how to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, bro, you took your time and you did it by yourself. Like,
man, it was at a point in time where I taught myself Photoshop.
Yeah.
I taught myself iMovie. I taught myself Final Cut.
Yeah, I taught myself iMovie.
And I was making my own, like, man, I was making my own little visuals, like as far as B-roll stuff, behind the scenes stuff. I was making my own album covers.
Yeah. I
was, you know, and then I was at a point, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pay somebody to do some of this stuff for me. Yeah. So I had to grind it out. I got a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I still got my 9 to 5, and it is funding my business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That money goes towards that, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm paying a graphic artist. I'm paying a videographer. I'm paying a photographer. I'm paying an engineer. I'm paying a master engineer. All that stuff. Yeah. So it really that's what it really boils down to. You gotta have money and patience because it is a process. You will give up if things don't go right way, but then you have to. You know, it really boils down to having adversity. You feel me? How are you gonna react when things get hard? Yeah. How are you gonna react when you get said no? Yeah. How you gonna react when things don't go your way? When things look messed up? You got a deadline, the visual's messed up. Yeah. What you gonna do? How you gonna fix it? Yeah. Deadline, one vocal don't sound just right. It's not crisp. We gotta redo it. And it's already mastered. What you gonna do? Yeah. You gotta go back. Yeah. And it's okay. It's gonna be alright. Like even if you told people a deadline or a release date, whatever. So. That's why I haven't told people the release date of my project. Because I want to make sure everything is set in stone. And the thing is, when I do release it, everything may not be set in stone, but it's gonna be out. You know, and you gotta figure out how to react to that. Yeah. So it's all a reaction. Like how are you gonna? Yeah. It's all about like it's having that mindset of like how are you gonna like process all of this and then be ready.
And that's what I'm learning. Like I'm learning like every single day, like more and more, like with creative stuff, that it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience too, and you have to have a plan because you can working at 9 to 5, but then you don't want to get stuck. And that's my fear. I'm like, okay, like I was telling you, I'm looking for the full-time joint. If I get the full-time joint, I'm like, man, if I get it in this field and I stay here for a couple of years, man, they're gonna try. I won't be able to get another one.
They're gonna give you the benefits. Yeah, and they're gonna give you the perks. This is what you get if you do this. And then you're gonna forget about what your purpose was. Yeah, that's what I try to do. That's what I tell people. I know people right now who work at 9 to 5, but when before they got 9 to 5, they had passions. Mm-hmm. They ain't thinking about the passions no more because they love them health benefits, they love them discounts, they love those perks. I mean, they love all that stuff. I'm like, yo, what happened? Oh no, man, the money's looking good. I haven't even picked up my camera in years. There you go. See, they got you. So when I go to work, I bring my laptop with me. I'll bring my drum machine with me. I'll bring a small keyboard. Like I'm sending emails on my breaks, on my 15s and hours. I'm sending emails. I'm doing texts. I'm having conference calls on my lunch break. Yeah. Because I know that this is not it. It's not it for me.
And it stays in the front of your mind the whole time. Like the pressure hasn't been there. Be like, I'm just sitting back on this apple. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. No. And the thing is, like, I still put 100% into my 9 to 5. I still make sure that I put it all in. Yeah. But I'm still putting it all in when I get off and when I'm off the clock. Yeah. You know,
So with that, you being a Charlotte artist, I wanted you to just talk about the points of just Rap and Charlotte, because I feel like I seen a piece of content that you had put out. It was an interview or whatever. Somebody was interviewing you, was talking about importance like Rap and Charlotte or whatever like that. So talk about that importance, because like I was telling him before I got on here, I'm like, I'm from Jersey, so, and when I was growing up, I didn't have that many people coming up to repping the city, repping Charlotte, and making Charlotte look cool, making Charlotte look fun. Yeah. And now, come fast forward to 2019, it's like they're making Charlotte look fun now.
Absolutely.
It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the importance of Charlotte, man, like, I always rep my city because I know I'm born and raised here, and I'm always going to rep it, whether I'm in Charlotte or not. Yeah. You don't have to be physically in your city to rep your city. Cole moved to New York because he had to go do what he had to go do. But he still reps the Ville, still says in his rhymes, still wears it on his clothes sometimes. You know, I don't, you know, people get so upset. They're like, you know, people get mad at some of these artists that come out of Charlotte. Like, yo, you don't have to rep Charlotte because you live out in LA.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in Charlotte to rep it. But the importance of the culture is to still rep it just so that people in Charlotte can know what's going on in the city, and that you can have like those big media waves being like, oh snap, so so is from Charlotte. Like the artist DaBaby, right? DaBaby. I mean,
I remember he was around when I was in high school, so I remember him.
He's repping Charlotte, and he's bringing attention to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Like, labels are trying to figure out, well, who else is in Charlotte?
Yeah.
You got Elevated J doing his thing. Yeah. You got De Niro Ferrari doing his thing. You got Eric Lottery doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And you got all these artists doing their thing, and they're fully repping the city.
Yeah. So, okay. So now moving to my favorite segment of the interview is called Explain That. I don't know if I've done this before in a couple of other interviews. I like it. Tests the artist from memory, and it kind of explains the stories, getting a little bit of segments. So basically, the whole segment of Explain That is I will say the lyric. I'm not gonna spit it because I can spit, but I'm not gonna spit. So I'm gonna say the lyrics. He has to guess the song, and then he has to tell me a little bit about it.
Okay.
So first up, ain't no comparison. All we got is us. Most importantly, it's loyalty and trust. The way to break up a village with us, it's a privilege. Where's that from? Explain that.
That's one of my songs?
Yeah. You don't even know. Yeah, ain't no comparison. All we got is us. Most importantly, it's loyalty and trust. The way to break up a village with us, it's a privilege.
Oh, snap. I don't know
you know what it is. You want me to tell you? You good? So it's bad from.
Oh, I was gonna say a live session.
From your live session.
Ain't no comparison. No, we got us. Okay, got it. Yeah. Dang, yeah, that's from the live sessions. Okay.
Told you I was going.
That's with the homie.
I told you I was going.
Actually, that was with the homies. That was with Michael Remisi, aka Vince, and that's my DJ Sir Charles right there. Okay, all right. Yeah, I remember that song, bro.
So is there anything behind that lyric, or you can explain that a little bit?
Man, Bad was just about like me it was just really repping just us as people accepting like, yo, we could be different and not be scared to be different. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And really just having people just really understand, like, if you want to have a relationship with anybody, just make sure you are loyal to that person and just really build it like genuine. It's about being real and being genuine. Okay. Yeah, being bad, but bad in a good way.
And bad in a good way. Yeah, that's the difference within the culture right now. Bad is good right now.
Yeah. You're right. Right.
And I got another lyric for you. Okay. Right, so, thinking how to make it through the day, swear the stress of debt. Only thing you worried about, you hope you fresh to death. I think you got it backwards. So thinking how to make it through the day, swear the stress of debt. Only thing you worried about, yeah, hope you fresh to death. I think you got it backwards. It's another way. I went deep.
You went deep. I don't know what that is.
Bruise Generation.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh wow. Okay.
Talk about that.
So Bruise Generation, it was talk about my people, bro.
Okay.
You know, it's just we live in a Bruise Generation where so much is thrown at us, man, and we gotta we always have to fix it, and it was really just about my people going through the struggle, man, and that's just what it comes to. Dang, I can't believe I don't remember these.
This will probably be one of the last ones. So third lyric: good girls want to be with bad ones. Bad girls stay chasing sad ones. Still don't get it. Maybe it's just a habit. Womanology is what they lacking.
Yep.
What song is that?
That's my high.
Okay, you got one.
Got it.
Got one. He's 1 for 2.
Ding, ding, ding.
1 for 3. 1 for 3.
Yeah. So that song was just about me just being high off life. And that lyric, however, it just resonated how women want bad dudes. They want dudes that, you know, they want dudes that are jerks, dudes that are hard and stuff like that. So good girls want the bad ones, bad steady chasing sad ones. Like they still doing the same thing. There's nothing wrong with having a good guy. That has a good head on his shoulders.
There you go.
And so that's pretty much what that means.
Okay. Yeah. And then the last question from this for the lyric. Yeah. So distractions continued by the media, forgetting what's important. They blinded by what they see in you. Distractions continued by the media, forgetting what's important. They blinded by what they see in you.
That's not power people, is it? Nah. Oh, no. Trumpet blow. Oh snap, bro!
I told you I was going to dig. I was digging. I was
SoundCloud.
Yep, I went through your SoundCloud craze. Don't leave them up if you don't want them. If you don't want them to get tagged, because I will go through the SoundCloud. Because that's the only reference I had. Because I'm like, all he had is a SoundCloud. That's all I knew. I didn't want to go to SoundClick. You didn't want to go try to go find your old SoundClick page, right?
Yeah.
So
wow.
Or Reverb Nation. You ain't want to go over there.
Reverb Nation. All right, that's what's up, man. All right.
So talk to me about that.
Trumpet Blow was.
Talk about that song.
It was so much happening during that time, man. Like with police brutality. The media always saying negative things. Negative sales, like it was all about that, man. It just everybody was just going through hard times, and it was just about just coming together. So that's pretty much what that meant.
All right, and last question. So this is what you're known for right now, is these morning motivations.
Absolutely.
So talk to me about the inspiration behind them. How long you've been doing them?
Yeah.
And
where I get them. Morning motivations, man, started about 2 years ago, on my Snapchat, and. I was in a time where I was like, I just wanted to be motivated. So I was just doing a whole bunch of reading. I read a whole bunch of people's books and quotes, and I just make it into my own words, what I take from it. Okay. So that's where morning motivations come from. I was sending them out individually to people, and one of the people that I was sending them to was Samir. He works for Family Matters. Shout out to Samir. And he was like, yo, like, I see how... But the thing is that was different was the fact that I was consistent every single day.
Every day.
People got 365 morning motivations. Like, some people will be like, yo, I had to, like, keep clicking on Snapchat to, like, get through all of them. They're like, how are you so consistent with that? I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. So Samir was like, yo, can you put this on my platform, Family Matters? And so I started doing that. And then I just started to put it on my Instagram, like my Instagram story. So I do it so everybody, so I put it on my Snapchat, everybody gets one individually, and then I put it on Family Matters platform and my platform all in that time. Like I have to log in and log out, things like that. So yeah, man, it just started like that. I wanted, if I was being motivated, I'm like, yo, I know for a fact people want to feel the same way I'm feeling to get the morning started. So that's pretty much what that means.
So, will it ever go to 1 minute? Will it ever get to YouTube?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out, man, because it's people really starting to gravitate to it. Like, there's people that only follow me to get the morning motivation. Yeah. Like, people follow me from the Family Matters page because they respect my message, they love it. People are like, yo, can you just send it to my phone so I can have it? You know, because they don't want to get it on Snapchat and it be gone in 50 seconds, or they don't want to go on Instagram and it's gone in 24 hours. Yeah. And so people have even hit me up saying send it to my phone so I can have it in my phone, but also so I can share it on my page.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. That's how it started, man. And I just want people to be motivated all the time. I want people to have a positive mindset before they go into work, start in the morning. Yeah. Because some people wake up angry, some people wake up sad, some people wake up depressed. So I'm trying to shape that, reshape that mindset. When they wake up, they have something good to look at, they go into work. Clear-minded and motivated to just get the day going. Okay. So
I definitely appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, guys. Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. This is super dope. So thank you for having me, and thank you for allowing me to share my story.
So let everybody know your social media, websites, all that good
stuff. Facts. It's your boy Young Citizen, YUNG to be exact. You can follow me on all social medias at Young Citizen without the O. youngcitizen.com. I got merch coming soon. I got the Fit EP coming out soon. So just be on the lookout for everything.
So once again, this was the Culture Conversation with Drew Mouzon alongside Young Citizen. Until next time, peace.